searched long and hard for that bottle cap opening and the pour joint. That
Oh,
shit.
good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
It sets it off.
It does set it off. I like it.
Yeah.
So welcome back to Brews and Views, episode 35.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Kevin Durant. Don't he wear 35 or used to?
Mention that. Yeah. No.
I don't know what he wears.
doesn't. I don't think he wears that now. I'm gonna say Neil Anderson.
Oh, Martin Mayhew.
35 really is a
ugly number.
It's a terrible number. It's one of the worst numbers out there.
Yeah, that's pretty damn bad.
And it was a good age for me. Was drinking a lot.
Yeah.
I'm not drinking a lot now, but you know.
It is what it is.
So, what's been going on, fellas?
Same old. You know.
Yep.
Working.
Bought a truck?
Yeah. Be here tomorrow. Got it. I ain't gonna say the name of the place, but you know they deliver cars. Be here tomorrow.
Nice.
I will be driving it.
Or so he thinks.
No, this is what.
That's so you can go on a beer run.
There you go.
What you don't do is you don't let certain people drive new vehicles, but trucks in general. That's young folks, women, Asians.
You know.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Your mailbox is gonna say can't return with all of the sternly worded emails that's sitting in there and is coming.
RDMC78 at yahoo.com.
Oh, the sternly worded emails.
Send me all your hate mail.
That's what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
I just speak what the world tells me. Yeah.
Ooh, good.
Yeah. It's good. Well, this is Brews and Views. Justin's got a good beer. What do you got there? Since it's so good.
It's from Champion Brewing Company, which is actually here in Richmond.
Okay.
I did not know that.
I haven't heard of them.
It's on Gray Street. I just looked it up. They are here in Richmond. It's called Missile IPA. The can is a little funny. I couldn't drink it out of the can because of, the shape of the missile on the front. I refused to drink it out straight out of the can because what the missile looks like on the front.
Looks like a penis. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. That's where I'm going.
You don't want to put that in your mouth.
No. No. We don't do that here.
That's what you do. That's what you do.
But we don't do that.
We don't do that in this place.
So it's just left if we don't do that.
Yeah, we don't do that. But yeah,
not even band camp.
It's it's an American Indian Pale Ale. It's actually 7%.
Okay. I like the ABV.
Yeah.
I've found myself if I'm drinking anything below 7, sometimes 6, like I feel nothing.
That's because you have such a tolerance. When you drink enough beers, you start to develop a tolerance.
Yeah, so I can't ever go back to the low stuff because I just got to keep drinking it, and then I get fat and bloated. Well, I'll never get fat. I mean, except for this gut. I do have a gut now. It's really weird. I'm all skinny with this beer gut. It's not a good look. So during coitus, I'm just gonna keep my shirt on from now on.
So I got a brewery, white chocolate, bourbon barrel aged wheat wine ale.
Yep, I had
a lot
that.
of shit going on. Pretty fucking strong. Like I said, Art had it before. 14%.
I remember when I tasted it, like what they say, what it tastes like or whatever. I tasted every inch of it.
Yeah.
It's all in there.
It is.
And I bet it's strong.
Yeah.
You can black out.
People are gonna love me second too.
That's right. What I'm talking about.
I think we're all gonna be on one because we've been sitting here drinking for a while, had some technical difficulties, so we just kept drinking.
I don't know.
Well, we've been having a lot of those here recently.
Haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's probably because we need to upgrade some of our equipment, but that's a whole nother story.
Well,
By the way, we're looking for sponsors.
Yeah.
sponsors.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll start the Patreon and try to get some.
Some crowdfunding.
If you like what we do.
Send us, $1 is cool.
Yeah.
Hell, OnlyFans.
I mean. what are we gonna be doing?
I ain't doing nothing with y'all on OnlyFans.
Yeah, everybody gets their own.
Yeah.
I can just imagine that you and mom doing an OnlyFans.
What?
No, I don't want to imagine that. I don't.
He said, I don't want to imagine that. What I think he was saying was he don't want to imagine it how it would be.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if that's the direction we're gonna go, I'm just head to hit the streets and find another member for the show.
Maybe we'll do that as a specialty segment, date art show, and have female listeners call in that would want to date art.
That would be awesome. Fuck the Bachelor. They're not gonna be getting no better than me on a date art show.
Mm-hmm. If you would like to date art, please email us or hit us up on social media.
Please do.
Or if you want to date Cliff, same.
The two singles.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Hell, if you want to hang out with me, cool.
Hang out.
that's true. Hey. I mean, yeah, that's true
A
too.
young strapping lad.
The problem is they know interns don't get paid.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the only
Yeah.
issue.
If you wanna get the brothers with money, hit me up. Me and Cliff. Yeah. Oh, but so I'm drinking. Back to the beer.
Okay. Okay.
This is a Legend Brewing Company, which is in Richmond, Virginia. I think might be the oldest brewery in Virginia. I mean Richmond. This is the Imperial, Woman in Black, Imperial Bock.
Mm.
Women in black.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Nah, that was referencing an off that
Oh.
conversation.
But in Imperial Bock, which Bock, I don't know if y'all know, is like it's a lager, but it's like a heavier lager,
Gotcha.
popularized in Germany. But this is really good. It's got like a dark color,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like your regular lager, but just a little darker, a little maltier. But it's delicious. I like it. It's like 9.2, I believe, 9.5.
Gotcha.
Legend has lots of good beer, so I don't know if you're listening in Richmond, but check all their beer out.
Yeah, Legend does.
And I can't find it in the stores. I've only had that at the brewery, but it's the Legend Golden.
Mm-hmm. I had that one.
Yeah.
Puts you sideways. That's all I can say. I don't know. It's like the Golden Monkey. It's really good.
Gotcha.
I actually liked it better than the Golden Monkey.
It actually does taste better than Golden
Yeah.
Monkey, although I do love Golden Monkey, but it tastes better than Golden Monkey. Legend Golden is one of my favorite beers.
Gotcha.
So shout out to Legend Brewery. Shout out to all the breweries that provide us with their hops and their barley and all that good shit.
They're fine spirits.
Their fine spirits.
Nice.
So, first up, Derek Chauvin was found guilty this past week on 3 counts
Right.
from the killing of
George
Floyd. Yeah, the trial. It was, I guess I don't pay much attention to shit like. It would seem like a pretty quick trial, I guess. Was it like a week? Was it a full week or 2 weeks?
Yeah. It probably should have been quicker, but
I purposely stayed away from the whole thing until it was time for the verdict.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was like 2 weeks.
Jury deliberated for about 9 hours, which I thought was a little long, but I mean, there's video fucking footage.
Yeah, that's why I said I thought the trial was long.
I don't know, but I don't know what the sentence would be. That would be in a few days. Oh no, 4. What was they said?
No, 8 weeks. I
8
think.
weeks.
Yeah.
So
That's the big one.
yeah. So we'll see. There's 3 counts. What, 2nd-degree murder, 3rd-degree murder? I don't know what the.
And something else. I
Yeah.
can't remember what the other.
Second degree manslaughter or
Oh,
something.
okay.
I don't know. I think they said he was looking at up to 40 years.
Which is weird because I don't understand the second degree and third degree. I'm not a lawyer, but
Yeah.
but it seems like he's getting a little taste of Negro justice. You know, I feel that
They should have threw the book at him.
no, but they like to add on charges. You know what I'm saying? It's
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like you said, it is, but they should have threw the book at him.
Kill a nigga will get the same justice.
This nigga was on his neck.
Mm-hmm.
Video for 9 minutes.
Amen.
So
I mean,
people were asking for police to be held accountable, so they got it
yeah.
in this case. So we'll see when the judgment comes out. But at the same time as the judgment was coming out, a teenage black girl was getting shot in Ohio.
Was it Ohio?
Yeah, it was
I
Ohio.
think it was.
Yeah, she appeared in the video because this cop didn't turn his body cam footage off, which a lot of cops like to do.
or it wasn't working.
It wasn't working.
It wasn't working.
Which if we're gonna do food reform and all that shit, I think that if you turn your shit, because a lot of times, now they do say sometimes it wasn't working,
Right.
but a lot of times they actually say that they turned it off.
Right.
Which, okay, so if they turn it off,
That should be changed. Yeah.
yes. So, but in this video, it looked like somebody was about to get stabbed and the cop shot and killed her.
My only issue with that is, with that one particularly, is why did you have to go to death? You could have tasered, you could have shot leg, you could have shot arm.
Well, I will tell you why.
Yeah, because I got the answer too.
Well, because first of all, in the video you saw he was just arriving there.
Right.
It was very quick. It was like 8 seconds, I think they said 8 or 9 seconds before he, everything. But for one, the arm was raised. She was gonna stab that girl.
Yeah, she was.
So first of all, if anybody's saying warning shot, shut the fuck up. You're a stupid motherfucker.
No, I'm not
You
saying
don't. No,
warning
I'm not saying you. What I'm saying, you do not shoot a warning shot. That's just a waste of fucking time.
Fine. Yeah.
Second, because you're one of the training things, which may or may not be true, they're trained to incapacitate.
Right.
A leg is moving. You're aiming at the biggest target.
Yeah.
Now, 4 shots might have been a little excessive,
Right.
but regardless, you can see from first. We'll get to that in a second. But first of all, the arm was up. They was about to get stabbed. So anything else was like, it's.
I
In
get
that
that.
instance, that was the only way to
I
de-escalate.
get that, but you didn't have to go center mass to the heart.
That's the only.
That was the only thing he could do at that
That's the
point.
only. That's where you
No.
aim for.
See, I disagree.
That's what they're trained to do.
That's what that goes into, we had that discussion on
training.
police training earlier. You do not have to go center mass or head in a situation like that.
Let me ask you
Because, well, hold on.
But how do you know? You're just arriving to the scene.
All right.
What are you
First of
supposed
all,
to do?
They're trained. They should be trained better. That's the first part. Because a buddy of mine, we had this discussion.
Mhm.
He's former military. And he says, in that situation, you're taught not to kill unless you're given orders to kill. So you don't shoot upper center mass or head. Everything is belly button or below.
Maybe so. And how do we know they weren't aiming for there?
And he's a pretty fucking bad shot.
But no, true. But are you saying that all cops shoot the same? You know what I'm saying?
No, but what I'm saying is, why is death the remedy for trying to stop somebody from doing something?
in this particular case, it's not that death was the remedy, but shooting where he shot
Is the only
was really the only choice he had to keep this girl from stabbing the other.
See, I think he could have shot lower. I'm not, and please understand, I'm not disagreeing that he had to shoot. Some people say he maybe could have used taser, He could have.
Well, first of all, before you
saying,
keep going, the people who say taser, shut the fuck up. It was 9 seconds. He just got to the scene. He just got to the scene.
Right.
And first of all, if it was me in the video, that guy that knocked the woman to the ground, I might have shot him first before I even got to that.
But you're not crisis management.
No, but I'm just saying.
That's what.
Everybody talks about what somebody should have did. Nobody knows what the fuck they would have did in a high tense situation like that.
And I get
nobody.
And I get that, and I totally agree with that. What I'm saying is, and maybe this goes back to what we discussed earlier. Military, police are trained in crisis management. If you can't control yourself in crisis management, then either the training has to be better or you need to find another line of work.
Well, that's another thing I want to get to.
I mean, you do it like this. If I'm right here with a knife and I'm about to stab you in the arc walking through the door, what's shooting me in the leg gonna do? I'm still gonna stab your ass.
First of all, with their issued weapons, if you shoot, you don't have to shoot, ankle. But if I shot you in the ass, you wouldn't hit me with that knife.
If I'm right here, about to come down with that
You wouldn't
knife,
hit me with that knife.
goddamn right I would. What's gonna stop me?
No, you
Yeah, I would.
There's no way of knowing that.
And he wouldn't know. Again, getting there that quick, and I'm here to tell you, no.
And you aim for the biggest target. The
Yeah.
biggest target is this body, is this area right here.
Yeah.
Right. But what I'm saying is, I don't care, and it's not a black thing, a white thing, and I don't want to go there. But what I'm saying is, death should never be the answer of a crisis.
No, but this ain't a perfect world.
No, it's not.
Listen, training should be definitely better.
Right.
But we all know that even if you train, that when the situation goes down, sometimes that goes out the window. Fear, you don't know, a whole lot of shit can make whatever training you have just be gone. You know what I'm saying? And in a situation like that, to your work, you're just responding to a disturbance, and you get up there and holy shit, like. So we can ask for training and we can ask for police accountability because I'm all for that shit.
Right.
But if we're asking for cops to never shoot somebody again, you're barking up the wrong motherfucking tree because that will never, ever, ever, ever happen.
No.
But some people are asking for that.
All I'm saying is you can de-escalate and stop situations without
You can,
shooting the kid.
but everything's not equal. Every
No.
situation is not
No, it's
equal,
not.
and I personally don't think that one because from what I saw, he just got there, and
But from my personal opinion is he didn't have to shoot to kill. Did he have to stop her? Yeah, but he didn't have to shoot to kill.
Let me ask you, how else was he gonna stop her at that point?
That's what I'm telling you. Any piece besides upper center mass of the body probably would have stopped. If I shoot you in the kneecap, you're gonna fall.
yes, if you make
Again,
that shot.
my same example. If I'm like this,
Right. But what I'm saying
where are
is,
you gonna shoot me to stop me?
But what I'm saying is, I can shoot kneecap, which is a hard shot, but if I'm a good shot, I can make it. I can shoot you because from the angle he came in, he could have shot ass, he could have shot side. He shot upper center mass, and that is a death sentence.
But that's not his fault.
Yeah.
That's the training.
I get where you're
Well,
coming
I
from.
get you. It may be training. I'm not going to argue that point, but what I'm saying is,
And I would have shot the same motherfucking
That's what I'm saying. In most circumstances, I would give you that. But in this particular one, I can't really find fault with what he did.
see, to me, that's my only fault is you didn't have to shoot the kid.
But you're saying that, but you're not saying that it's not justified.
What, to shoot?
Yeah.
No, because he had to stop her. I felt like it's justified to shoot, but I just felt like it wasn't justified to shoot to kill.
And what was your goal in shooting?
My goal in shooting was to...
In this particular scenario.
Yeah, that's what I'm
What's your
saying.
goal
My
in
goal
shooting?
in shooting in this particular scenario is that to stop what's happening right now. But you have to be able to do this, and I feel like cops should be able to do this. You have to be able to do that without death. And to an extent, getting back to Derek Chauvin and George Floyd,
Well, that's a whole different type of.
but his original defense. Now we're gonna talk about it in a second, but his original defense was that he was trying to calm the situation and quell the situation. But he went deaf. He went to, okay, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker to calm this situation. You don't have to.
I think it's entirely different.
Yeah,
It is. I'm saying intrinsically. Oh, big word. I'm saying intrinsically.
What the fuck that means?
It's the same thing because the goal was, let me stop this disturbance. Now, the parameters around it are different, but intrinsically it was the same thing. That's what I'm saying.
Another big word.
It was the same one. I used it twice.
Parameters.
Oh, I did say parameters. Well, that college degree is really paying off, isn't it?
Yeah, tone it down. We're drinking.
So I got to get my chilling vocabulary, not my working vocabulary. When I'm typing sternly worded
These
emails.
are not sternly worded emails.
Yeah.
We're
You just need to reach your audience.
we're having a discussion amongst friends.
Y'all stupid. Y'all stupid. Now, Derek Chauvin, and a lot of people were out celebrating that he was found guilty. I am happy that he was found guilty because, you know, for us darker folks, it usually don't go that route. But I'm also used to this other part, the sentencing, not going our route. So I'm waiting to see what the sentencing is before I fully celebrate because you know, the judge could come in and say, well, I'm giving him 2 years and 15 suspended or something.
Well, first of all, what's the because there is a
Parameters.
yeah.
And that I don't know, but to me, he needs to get the upper end of the parameters and see.
Oh, I think I saw where total he's looking at up to 40 years.
But I don't know what the low end is.
Right. And that's the high end for all three.
And that's so there will be a.
And then are they running concurrently or?
Or right.
Yes, because each charge carries a sentence.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I got you.
So, what I don't want is for them to let him off easily.
Mm-hmm.
Now, they can't put his ass in general population because he was a police officer. That is a death sentence. If you know anything about jails, he cannot go in general population.
Jim Pop.
Nah, he can't do that.
As an example, like what they like to do to us, I say put his ass in there.
If they put an ex-cop in general population,
Yeah, but even we would fare better.
then an ex-cop.
Well, if you pick the right click,
Yeah.
you gotta pick the right click.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Me personally, I'm not Muslim, but that's who I would join.
Not a bad choice.
Not a bad choice. I'm gonna be a bow tie wearing motherfucker when I get out of the joint.
All right, gonna come out Malcolm X.
Yo, bean pie, my brother.
Them on the essays.
Yeah. Hey, there are dark essays. I'm not, you know, that's what I'm gonna join.
But yeah, and I think you were talking about Cliff something about his defense. What was you saying earlier that they were all over the place?
Oh man, but I was listening to someone. They said his lawyer, which this was his job. His lawyer was just throwing a bunch of stuff out there trying to see what was going to stick.
Yeah, you gotta throw whatever works
Right.
and see what sticks.
Right.
But I don't care. He could have had fucking.
It's video evidence.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. God rest his soul, but he could have had Johnny Cochran. I don't know if he would have got off. Not with that video out
No.
there. I mean,
But
Johnny was a bad dude, though.
Cops that beat what's my man from
Rodney
California? Yeah, they got off with a video.
It was
Yeah,
also
true.
1990, whatever, early 90s, which you know,
Yeah.
Still a video.
yeah, but it was a different time.
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter wasn't around.
And this and this guy would have got off too. You saw that bullshit statement the police department put out
Yes.
to the media, like
Yeah. The original statement, and then you watch the video and go, what the fuck is this? They put out a statement like suspect was belligerent They had to subdue suspect.
It was on the
Okay.
on the car.
Yeah.
Subduing doesn't take
9 minutes.
9 minutes.
No, but then they said that he was put in the ambulance,
Ambulance
and taken to the hospital where he died. Which, had it not been for this, because it was a woman who had this video, had it not been for her, that son of a bitch would still be on the street right now
Mm-hmm.
as a cop.
Yeah. Probably be out murdering other people. It's crazy. So I'm happy that he got convicted, but now I want the sentencing to match the crime.
They put him in general population.
Give him 1 year and put him in gym pop.
If you survive, it's like it really would be Survivor. If you survive, if you get off the island,
There's no way he would make it out.
no. He's already gonna have to go to solitary wherever he goes. He has to.
No, he doesn't.
Anywhere where he would run in with other inmates, being an ex-cop and the cop that killed that killed George Floyd.
Yeah. Because all you have to be as a cop who never killed anybody.
Yeah.
Once you get in there,
Just being a cop.
it's
Yeah.
fucking rap.
And he's a cop that killed a black dude in there.
So he going to join the Aryan Nation in that. Hey, I watch Oz. I know how it goes down.
Said I watched Oz.
Yeah. But so we're so far getting justice for this. Going forward, I think that's all you can ask for, because there's so many. It's never going to stop happening. I mean, they're killing black people. They just killed a white kid and fucking with his hands up in fucking Chicago.
Yep.
But it's still a small percentage of the police encounters. Let's not lose sight of that. I don't want to lose sight of that. It shouldn't happen, but it is there's basically around 50 million police encounters a year, and 1,000 cop shootings. So it is a small sample size, but
I get that. I'm gonna use a Dave Chappelle line though. No, it was a Chris Rock line. There's certain jobs you can't be bad at though.
it's true. I understand there's certain jobs you can't be bad at, but for us to ask more out of some, because nobody's perfect, and nobody's gonna be perfect.
No.
And yes, they should be better than what they are, but if we're expecting that, you're not gonna get it.
Well, all I'm saying, I'm not expecting anybody to be perfect. Yes, there's gonna be some that happen, and yes, shit is gonna go down. But, that's what the Chris Rock joke was. You can have 40 million airline pilots, but if you got one that keep crashing motherfuckers into the ground, then nobody's gonna want to fly.
It's fucked up.
And that's the point. I have friends that are police officers. I love them dearly.
That's what
But-
I'm not saying. I want them to be better, but to say that it's never going to happen again, all you can wish for is for them to be held accountable, because the killings are not going to stop.
Well,
But then they can't even be held accountable because they don't fear whatever punishment's coming their way.
because they
Well,
don't get
And
punished.
until they fear that, ain't shit gonna change.
I'm glad I'm drinking. I mean, so in the UK, what they do is, because over here, cop kills somebody, they tell them to chill for a minute, and then somebody reviews the shit.
Right.
In the UK, what they do is, which we need to adopt here, which would be good police reform, is they treat it like any fucking murder.
There you go.
Now,
Yeah, that makes
95% of them probably would
Be
be
justified.
because they, if 95% of them probably are justified.
Yeah.
But it's instead of the cops looking into the cops,
Right. And I agree with you on that.
you know what I'm saying?
How a motherfucker that's part of your department is investigating you.
Look, I watch Law and Order.
So what you're saying?
I know how shitty
You're
that
just
is.
saying internal affairs need to be made up of citizens.
I don't know if it need to be
no,
citizens, but
no, change the whole shit. It's
that's what I was getting ready
you
to say.
go on
It may be-
trial like a murderer.
Mhm.
Well, that, or you're saying, like, if you want to change internal affairs, I'm not saying that maybe they should be citizens, but maybe they're ex-FBI or ex-military that are now investigating cop shootings.
Instead of the actual internal affairs doing it.
Who are just cops that work in internal affairs.
I agree with that.
So that's police reform. Because when they talk about police reform, nobody really defines
What it is.
what it is. People just talk shit out the side of their mouth because they all up in arms about shit. But nobody says what, you know,
Right.
it's a thing at work. You got a problem with work. Okay, everybody has a problem with work. But what's your fucking solution? Nobody ever has a solution.
I just did. You fix the consequences for them.
No,
like,
I
not so-
think that.
like no, because here's the thing.
I think
when
that's
you,
bad.
when you
After
get
the
some
fact.
real consequences, like okay, just related to you and your job. If they start making stricter consequences, you go tighten the hell up.
I don't think so.
But I think that's what. And
I think
until
that
you
would-
fear that.
No, that would curve a few, but it's not gonna end it.
Yeah, listen, well, without getting too deep into my sociological aspect,
Goddamn words again.
yeah, big words, but
I got that one though.
I don't think it's ever going to end until,
It's not gonna end.
well, I think it will, it's just we won't see it in our lifetime. I think it's never going to end until some of the views,
Hold up, you mean killing or justice?
the police killing or justice, until some of the views are changed, but you have to wait for certain segments to die off, if that makes sense to you.
That makes a hell of a lot of sense.
Because, you know, like, I don't see white people the same way my grandparents and great grandparents saw them. And I have white friends who say the same thing. They don't see black people the same way their great grandparents and grandparents saw them.
Like
And-
to that point, looking like the interns, like their generation, how they
Yeah.
looking at it.
Yeah, and that me and him, that's what's making me say this. Me and him actually had this conversation in the car the other day, to where I was, you know, I'm like, dude, you can't do this. And he was like, yeah, Dad, nobody thinks like that anymore.
Well, can we find the middle ground of that old bullshit dying off, and then whatever the fuck they're doing, not go too far?
No, just that old bullshit, just die off.
No, there's some. just knows what I'm getting at.
I know
There's some other shit that they bring to the table, which is good, but not so good.
But one thing I will give their generation
Yeah.
is they're not defined a lot of shit by black, white, Asian, whatever.
Which
No,
is good.
because they accept everything.
Yeah, they just assume
Well-
they accept everything, and if you're an asshole, they don't care if you're an asshole, if you're a black asshole, a white asshole, or a gay asshole, you're just an asshole.
Which is good because so many people in us and before
For
us,
us, yeah.
are so defined by
Race.
this outside shit.
Yeah.
It kills any nuance of any other conversation that you can have.
Yeah, and you got to have the uncomfortable conversation.
Yes, because I know the history. The history of the country is crazy, and we want to say we're so this right here,
Mhm.
but we are so much more than our skin color. It means actually nothing once you get past all that shit. It means nothing, and the young folks are seeing that, and they're bringing it to the forefront. But once we all die off, it'll be gay as hell around here.
Oh,
Sorry.
I mean, it's already leaning that way. I mean,
Sorry. I was just, but the
no, you telling the truth though, man.
But the race shit will be lessened.
yeah. And it's lessened with each generation, and that's what I was saying. So
We'll
we
get
won't
there.
see it in our
Of
lifetime.
course, if you can accept a gay man, you can accept a black man.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think that's how it works. Well, no. I know. But what I wanted to get to
The
before.
Bible doesn't say anything wrong about being black.
No, hold up. I wanted to get to something real quick because, and this is for going forward. This is for everybody. When the girl in Ohio got killed, LeBron James made a tweet and then he deleted. Tweet and delete.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because
But
I think he found he didn't watch. I don't think he saw the video footage before he tweeted.
right, and he put out another tweet.
And he put out another tweet later. And for you motherfuckers that are saying that he was threatened, he wasn't threatening. He put the tweet out after Chauvin got convicted. So your next meant that the cop that killed that girl was going to be convicted next. But then he saw the video, so he deleted the tweet. But going forward, and this is for everybody in here, everybody left, right, everybody in the world. I found a Bible verse, and I knew this Bible verse, but after the tweet and delete, it made me think of it.
Okay.
So this is from James, Book of James,
Okay. All right.
chapter 1, verse
Wait,
9.
you're reading the Bible?
Shut the fuck up. Sorry, Lord.
Well, go ahead.
Book of James, 1 James chapter 19, verse 20, 19 through 20. My dear brothers and sisters, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry.
Yeah.
Because human anger does not produce the righteousness that God desires.
Hey, I'll be honest with you. I'm always that way. It takes me a while to get.
But no, so I said this for me.
Yeah.
It's for everybody here, because I struggle in this one. But this will cut out a lot of fucking stuff that we see.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody hears a story. And first of all, the corporate media is not your friend. They don't give a fuck about you. They're just trying to stir up your emotions. You know that.
Yeah.
All that shit. So they put out a story, and then everybody's like, bam! And they're quick to speak instead of slow to speak.
Well, that's because they just want more eyes on the
But
product.
no, I'm just talking about yes, the corporate media is not your friend.
Yeah, that's
but the
right.
people feed into that. So be slow to speak, quick to listen. Get all the information that we're going. Even if you're just debating with your friend or your parent or whoever, listen to what the fuck they have to say and all that shit. A lot of problems that we have, a lot of this infighting that we have, will cease to exist.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with that. But I think this entire world will be different if people have been doing that all along.
Well, it's in the book.
Yeah, but there's a lot of people that ain't listening to the good
I had a
book,
professor in college that used to say we need to listen to understand instead of listening to respond.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what Twitter is filled with people listening to respond.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're getting your ideology or your belief or how you feel off of fucking Twitter,
You just got it.
you're a fucking idiot.
I second that.
Yeah, that's good.
Second that.
That's a good one to end it on.
I got my
So
Lost Bill for
going
research.
forward, whether it's a police shooting or whatever the fuck the story is, listen first. Get your information before you open that goddamn trap on your mouth. I mean, on your face. Yep.
Agreed.
Agreed. So on that note, we'll be back for another segment.
Watch me down.
I must always remember that crowded elevator smells different to a little person.
Okay. Been a long
Just gives it.
I get it.
Oh, you
I get
get
it. I haven't been that little person in a long time.
Okay.
Air's a lot clearer.
It's a Rodney Dangerfield joke, but he said it different. Apparently, I can't say that word anymore, so I said little person. So we're back for another segment.
Mm-hmm.
I've switched beers.
I think we all.
Well, actually, I'm double fisting, but I got this Einstock Olgers. It's an Icelandic beer. That means it's from Iceland.
I was about to say that's a lot of words.
Yeah, I didn't know. I mean, I didn't even know they made beer out there.
Well,
Who the fuck?
What else you gonna do in Iceland?
I don't know what you do in Iceland except for ski.
Well, actually, no.
No, it's not
No.
cold there.
Iceland's not cold. It's
not
Greenland.
Greenland.
That's cold.
Greenland's cold. So where the fuck's Iceland?
I don't know,
Iceland's
but
beautiful.
Iceland is actually
Yeah.
Iceland is actually green with grass
Yeah,
growing.
the two should be reversed.
Yeah, and Greenland is covered in ice.
Shit.
Yeah.
Well, this Icelandic heavy beer is pretty good. I only saw it because it was from another motherfucking place, and that's why I picked it up because I said we should drink some other shit.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know what kind of beer it is. Hold up, I got a description. I like to read the descriptions of the beer.
Okay, knock yourself up.
This is a Scotch ale brew, 8%.
Mm-hmm.
Scotland. Back more than 1,000 years, and now we return with an Icelandic wee heavy brew with locally farmed smoked barley. They smoke their barley in Iceland.
That sounds good.
I didn't know you could do that.
Listen, I'll throw anything on the smoker.
You can smoke any motherfucking thing.
So, yeah, that sounds good.
Spice with native Icelandic angelica, which is a fabled herb that Vikings used to use as currency.
Mm.
Doesn't get more manly than that.
No, it doesn't.
Hey, listen, Vikings, Nordic. My name is after the Nordic god of Thor, so this might be my brew. This might be made specifically for me.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes, because Arthur is from Thor, or Thursday, Thor's Day. Y'all didn't know that. Schooled you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm gonna move on. I done switched to it's from Flying Dog Brewery.
Good brewery.
Excellent.
Yeah.
brewery.
Are they in Maryland, I think?
Shit.
You know what?
I don't know. But I've had like 3 or 4 of their shits, and they're
Yes, it's in Maryland.
pretty potent.
And this is a pool hopping. Y'all get that? It's
And-
hops and it's beers. It's one of them double entendres. But this is pool hopping deck beer.
And they're strong on their hops there in Flying Dog.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking good.
Mhm.
Well, this one is 5.4%,
Oh, that's a little weak.
but it tastes delicious.
Okay. I'll accept it.
It is delicious.
I'll allow it.
If you see the color, it's a nice blonde. It is delicious. This is my first time having it, but it will not be the last.
You said a little citrusy?
No, not really. It's
No.
just a.
Are you talking about the beer or the blonde?
I'm not messing with you.
I mean, I've had a.
We know.
Okay.
Well, I was asking this guy.
You know I can't answer that. So, what you drinking there, Cliff?
Moving on.
Yeah.
The Elysian Space Dust IPA.
It's a pretty interesting bottle you got there.
It is. It's clearly a full flavored IPA. It is 8.2%, which we love.
Space dust?
Space Dust.
Did they make it in the P-38 space modulator?
I'll blast you with my super stun gun.
You know, I'm just going to enjoy it on that note.
Oh, Marvin the Martian.
Yeah. Half of our audience has no idea what we're talking about.
I say more than that.
The Martian wearing Chuck Taylors. I didn't know they made Chuck
Remember when
Taylors.
Duck Dodgers went up against Marvin the Martian? Listen, it's one of the racist cartoons ever, but fucking Looney Tunes, they were on point.
Yeah.
Duck Dodgers, Daffy Duck.
Yeah.
Made, he battled out with Marvin the Martian. I'm gonna blast you with my super stun gun. No, I don't want any.
Okay.
I'm already big.
Yeah.
This is actually
Plus my
good.
palate's messed up. I can't. It's hard to
Switch
go
beers.
switch beers.
This is pretty good. It's actually stronger than my Broken Skull.
Well, if you think about the Broken Skull, I think Steve had a hand in making it. He needed something he could drink all day.
But he has a pretty well-built tolerance
Yeah,
too.
he does. But shout out to Broken Skull.
It's better than drinking Miller Lite all day.
You know, once I found, I don't know how y'all felt, but craft brew, my life has changed. I'm not gonna say it's like, changed for the better or anything, but the enjoyment of beer is better. Like I used to just drink like Bud Light and well, first when we started, we was fucking at least
40 ounce.
me and Just 14 years old, 15 years old, drinking fucking St. Ives and Old English.
Yeah, our palate was fucked up from the
Yeah, it was
beginning.
fucked up from the
I was there because
Yeah.
I was drinking Colt 45.
Colt
what
40
my
Colt
dad
45 and 2 zigzags, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and as we got older, I was drinking like MD, Miller Genuine Draft, the MD, which was a little better. Started stepping my game up, and then when I found this one, what was it, Capital Ale House, which I'm pretty, all this shit was out before, but
Right.
Capital Ale House, and then going into that spot and seeing a menu full of just shit that's not Bud Light, Michelob,
Right.
and all that shit.
And the ice strip in
And
the bar.
yeah, man, it changed my life.
Yeah.
So
I think it's you're drinking for the enjoyment of drinking beer
Yes.
now, whereas when we were 15 years old with a
We was drinking
Saint
to
Ives,
get-
we was getting drunk.
we're just getting drunk. Which now I still want to get, I want to get drunk or tipsy, but I want to enjoy it
Enjoy
while
it,
I'm doing
yeah.
it. There's nothing enjoyable about more liquor.
No, and
No.
I enjoy the day after a lot better.
Well, that's the thing.
The only thing that's worse is, my bill is a lot higher now.
Yeah.
Yeah. It,
Yeah.
You pay for quality,
You do.
Yeah.
You do.
but
Because you could take a $20 bill and you had to back your truck up before Natty Ice.
well, and if you drink enough of it, no matter what it is, you're gonna have a hangover the next day if you don't eat before or no extra dramatic drink. But the quality of the beer lessens the hangover too.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than a natty ice or a natty ice hangover.
Pretty much.
That shit sucked.
E&J.
We going to liquor.
We ain't even talking
Listen,
now.
listen, I've seen E&J. Oh my God.
Yeah, we don't want to go there.
Yeah.
We do not want to go there.
But this is one of the things behind our podcast. We love good beer,
Yes, we do.
and just want to share the beer that we drink. Not go too deep into it, but we just want to share the beer that we drink and talk about some shit while getting fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know of any other podcast like it.
Mm.
I listen to a lot of podcasts and I haven't found this one.
Yeah, well, because it's authentic. Because if we weren't on camera, this is what we'd be doing
That's what
anyway.
we're doing anyway.
Listen, we just record about an hour and a half
Yeah.
of the shit here.
Mhm.
There's another hour of shit that is just us sitting here talking.
And actually, we've been doing this shit for 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just only started recording a year ago.
Yeah.
But we've been doing this shit for 20 years.
Exactly.
Probably more than 20 years, so.
And some of the shit we don't record, we probably need to put on the show. Or some of the shit we can't put on the show.
Well,
That's a whole nother story.
well, we're supposed to have some guys making TikToks of us, but I don't think they do it anymore.
Yeah. We'll rectify that. But
Yeah.
Yeah, we will.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, next topic. Instagram has this versus battle
Mm-hmm.
started by Swiss Beats and Timbaland with the I'm not sure what the first one was, but the basically is your favorite artists or some of our past artists coming up, and it's not really a versus battle. It's like more we got this selection of songs
And we're
from
gonna-
this artist,
Yeah.
and we're gonna put them up against this selection of songs from this artist. But more recently, it was Redman and Method Man. Who else? Who had a duo back in the late '90s? It was late '90s. Yeah, late '90s, early 2000s. Of shit. I mean, it's one of the best combinations of hip hop artists I've ever seen in my life. That
Yeah.
and they weren't even a group. They just two dudes who signed a Def Jam who said, you know, let's.
It was just cool.
We were just cool. We on we see each other all the time. Let's put some together, and we love to smoke weed.
Yeah.
So
That'd be us if we could rap.
no,
Listen, if we could rap or sing, we would have a deal by now.
mm-hmm.
This podcast would look totally different. It would be
Fucking
us.
awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fucking awesome. And their shit was more like a show.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because
The last few have been
the
more
last
like a
few,
show.
because it started like you put your songs up against my
Mhm.
songs, but this was more like a show, and it was phenomenal.
Yeah.
I don't call a winner on it because I love both of them. Although I love Method Man. I'm more of a Redman fan than I am Method Man, but Method Man is still in my top 20.
Right.
You know, so ain't no thing. But we were talking about this, so who would we want to see in a versus battle? Like they had the I need to go back and watch it, but I haven't seen it. It's the Jill Scott, Erykah Badu versus battle.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
They're my favorite R&B artists. Soul. I'm not even sure.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure that's R&B.
Yeah.
But they're my favorite soul artists. But they have one on there.
Yeah.
They had the Isley Brothers and the
And
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
Now, that one was great.
3 weeks ago. They had that one. 2 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah.
They had that one, which
As
Yeah.
D.L. Hewley said, music from when your mom and daddy was still together.
and if y'all don't know about the Isley Brothers, everybody knows Earth and Wind and Fire
Fire.
songs. Isley Brothers, I don't think everybody knows. They heard the songs, but they don't know that's the Isley Brothers.
Man,
But their songs were nasty as shit.
man, Between the Sheets.
Man.
First of all, it's one of the most sampled songs ever.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then, two, some of the lyrics.
I love the way you release me.
Yeah.
I love the way you receive me. What?
Straight to the point.
Yeah.
Well, straight to the point, but a little.
You get arrested in some states for that now.
It makes you think about it. Because releasing me and receiving me is not the same as I want to feel that little thing in the back of your neck. You know,
True.
You know what I'm saying? The little thingy thing, or whatever Cardi B said. I want you to feel that thingy thing in the back of my neck.
I don't know.
What the fuck is that?
I don't know.
But we were talking about, so they've got all these versus battles. I don't know if y'all, this might want to pull them up to just see so we don't copy or say the ones that have already been out there. Because I haven't watched them all, so I don't know all the ones out there. But what do we want to see as a versus battle?
I don't know.
I personally, the first one that jumped off the top of my head was Jodeci versus Drew Hill.
I was literally getting ready to say Jodeci, but I was going to say Jodeci versus Boyz II Men.
Another good one.
I think it's.
Damn.
I want to see
They
Drew
can't
Hill
do a
because
three-way joint.
well, I think
Damn.
Jodeci and Drew Hill have a similar type of music versus because Boyz II Men is just I don't know that's a lot of. I saw Boyz II Men live and there's no topping that. There's no topping that. But
Well,
I think
I don't know, because not Uncle KC, but regular KC, he had pipes.
he
could
had
sing.
pipes, but I think Cisco modeled his sound. Well, he often said that KC gave people with a raspy voice a sound
Right.
like that. So they're similar. That's why I say they're similar, which is why I would want to see a battle. Even though at least Drew Hill's first two albums are fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
Actually, and Jodeci's first three albums are fucking phenomenal.
Listen, I think we can all attest that back in the day, you cut on some Jodeci. Let's just say it helped the goals get accomplished.
Listen,
Man.
my prime ride around tape was all of Jodeci's hits, and it worked.
Every time.
It worked
Yeah.
every time.
Yeah, Jodeci didn't let you down. Jodeci didn't let you.
So that my first verses that I thought of would be Jodeci versus Drew Hill. Anybody got anything else?
I got a bunch of them. I'm trying to.
We heard the Brandy Monica shit was I think was that the one that started it off?
Nah, that wasn't the one that started it, but that was
That
a good
shit
one.
was pretty good.
That was a good one.
That shit was pretty good.
Brandy and Monica. Because they always had kind of a rivalry anyway.
Mhm.
How about a little 702 versus Total?
Yeah, two halfway
Total
decent.
got that one.
Total got that
Total
one?
got
Yeah.
that one.
Bad boy. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. That's a good one though.
Oh,
They had Ashanti and Keisha Cole, but
Yeah.
I don't think people was really listening to the music.
they was just looking.
Yeah, pretty much.
Listen, Ashanti she had some hits. A lot of her hits were with people.
John Rule.
But
It's murder.
Ashanti's, not Ashanti. Keisha Cole's first, like, Keisha Cole got some shit with her.
Yeah.
Yeah. They both had ghetto as fuck, and I love them both. I love ghetto. I love ghetto R&B. I love it.
How about Mary versus Beyonce?
Oh, that's a good one.
Well,
That's a lot of hits.
A lot.
that's gonna start. That's like a Republican versus Democrat. Because the Beehive is
Hey man.
they deep.
Yeah. You don't want no problem with
then,
the Beehive.
But then you got the old school Mary shit.
Mm-hmm.
Mary, one thing about Mary, and like Beyonce, they can make a song.
Yeah.
Beyonce could dance a lot better. Mary couldn't dance for shit.
No.
No. Like she.
I gotta strike Beyonce for redoing Frankie Beverly though.
Listen. I've had some sad times, a sad time in my life, and I've been upset at politicians and media and all that shit. I've never been more upset than when I heard Beyonce sing "Before I Let Go." Who the fuck are you to remake a Frankie Beverly and Maze song?
Yeah.
I know you're the shit, but there's certain shit
That
you don't
is-
touch.
That is the black cookout anthem.
You don't.
Yep.
You don't remake that.
Every cookout plays Frankie Beverly and Maze
That's
Before I Let Go.
You don't remake that. You don't remake Spaceballs. That's the same thing.
Inside joke.
There's certain things you just don't fucking touch.
Oh man. I mean, what's next? We remake Luther songs?
Mhm.
No one got the part
No,
that one.
no,
Wait a
you
minute.
remake Freddie Jackson songs. Who is good, but you can remake his songs. You don't remake Luther songs. No.
We don't.
Ooh, Luther versus Freddie Jackson. Luther wins.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
That's obvious. Why would you even?
Luther versus pretty much anybody. Luther.
Well, you can't
wins.
really do Luther because he's not with us though.
Yeah, that's true. But if he was, there's no real R&B singer that you could say put them against Luther.
Luther versus Marvin Gaye.
Ah, now if he was still here.
Aha.
Ah,
Aha. Oh.
Yeah,
Mm.
they should do that posthumously.
Oh my God.
Mm.
They should do that posthumously.
Oh.
Pretty good.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, it
Pretty
is.
good.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, that shit got me giddy.
Yeah,
Luther versus Marvin Gaye.
I would tune into that right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe Teddy P. Barry White.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to find somebody to match up with Al Green.
Al Green?
R. Kelly.
No.
No.
I would say,
He who shall not be named.
I went through and I deleted all my R. Kelly off of my playlist.
Well, I didn't do that.
I didn't do that, but some of the lyrics now kind of make me cringe.
And
Like
that's
when
why I
I'm listening
deleted
to some
it.
of them, I'm like, oh shit,
That's why I
he
deleted
was
it.
telling us all along.
Listen. He told us, like you said, who he was all along.
Nobody listened though.
Oh, they listen. They ain't care.
No. Because he was another one that never failed though. If you was making a playlist.
Listen, I hate 12 play.
Yeah.
Every song on there is good. But the girl I was dating at the time was a fucking bitch. And she used to wear 12 play out.
Because I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
That was a bad time in my life. but you know, so that I hate R. Kelly more than others. I'll just say that.
Oh,
but
Oh man.
but how about a Miracles, Smokey Robinson Miracles versus Temptations?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. That would work.
or as far as we're going now,
Diana Ross versus Beyonce. I mean,
are we doing Diana Ross with other Supremes?
no, but
No.
you gotta do.
and
But
then Beyonce with Destiny's Child.
no, that's what I mean. But you gotta do
Mm.
Diana Ross from the 70s and 80s versus Beyonce from now. Because Diana Ross was the Beyonce in the 70s and 80s. You know, she had her group in the 60s. She left the group and she became the biggest female. You know,
Patti LaBelle versus Anita Baker.
Well, they had one. Matter of fact, well, no, they had Patti LaBelle versus Gladys Knight.
My love, my soul, my.
They did that one already.
Side note, the
That's a
kid.
good one.
The side note, these fools ain't know I cut on some Anita Baker and they didn't know it was a girl at first.
She had a strong voice.
She did have a strong
She had a
voice.
strong voice. Well, first of all,
Oh my love.
some women have strong voices. Some men have, like, for the longest time, I did not know Kenny Lattimore was a dude. And you know what I'm talking about. For you. Kenny Lattimore sounds like Anita Baker.
Well, I knew because I had a little crush on Shantae Moore. So that's how I knew.
But you know what I'm talking about.
I got you. I
Yeah.
got you.
I didn't know Kenny Lattimore was a dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
hmm Well, I did have one more.
Oh, okay.
And this is for because this is, as far as new school, this is all I listen. This is the only new people that I know about or that I like.
Got you.
J. Cole versus Kendrick Lamar.
Oh, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's a
exactly
good
what I
one.
was thinking.
And I listen to a lot of both. I'm going J. Cole.
I don't know
But
about
Kendrick Lamar is nice. But I just like I don't know. Something about J. Cole.
Oh, they already did this already. I was supposed to say white versus black Michael Jackson.
They
So-
did do that on the internet.
So what's
They had white Mike versus black Michael Jackson.
Is White Mike bad? Bad album? What
Yeah, I guess technically, yeah.
I would
I guess it was.
Because I had that record. Yeah, he was
that
pretty
was
white
all
on
good.
there.
Yeah, he was.
Ooh. So we're going with Bad and Dangerous versus Thriller and
Thriller
Off
and
the Wall.
That's a battle. That's a battle.
I don't know, dog. I know every song from all those albums, and I love them all. I don't.
How about
I'm trying to see if I can pull up the image because there was and they listed songs.
I don't know, how about this one going back to hip hop? Big Pun and AZ.
That's a good one.
I'm going. Ooh. I'm going Pun
Go Pun.
because I've heard more songs from him. But AZ was nice.
AZ was that dude.
But I've heard more songs from Pun.
I wanna chill.
We need him to stop doing that.
Yeah, he can't help it. He can't help himself. He just wants to sing on the show.
He's gonna sit his ass a Masked Singer.
I'll go on Masked Singer. Oh, sugar hill.
Not with that voice you want.
No. But why not? They let Caitlyn Jenner on there. Why can't he go?
There you go. Thank you. They let Caitlyn Jenner on.
So, speaking of that,
Uh-oh.
Oh God.
no.
Come on with it.
So,
Come on with it.
Say it.
The View was talking about Caitlyn Jenner's governor. She's running for
She's
governor.
running
Yeah.
for governor,
Governor of California.
I'm just-
And so Joy Behar on The View is talking about her, but about him. But she
Bruce.
and Joy Behar keeps saying,
Mama named her Bruce.
yeah,
I'm
I'm gonna name
call him
Bruce. But Joy Behar kept saying he and him, and then she had to apologize for using the wrong pronoun.
Because that's not the pronouns she identifies with.
Mama neighbor Bruce. I'm a neighbor Bruce.
Hi, Brews.
So this is the one time that I want to help Joy Behar because I don't like her. Do not apologize.
No, just don't.
Just don't. Stick by it. She talking about she didn't get enough sleep. That's why she was using the wrong pronouns. No, you were using the right pronouns because you know Bruce Jenner from winning the Olympics.
That's right. That's
And
right.
now he's Caitlyn.
Oh,
He's not Bruce anymore.
yeah.
He's Caitlyn.
And this is where
What
we
is Mama
disagree.
Nigga.
But we'll be back in a second
Don't get me started.
for
on that.
another segment.
I will piss half of America.
Yo, we are back. Just drinks beers.
Yes, I did.
What you got?
I have this Devil's Backbone, which is another one of my favorite brewing companies.
Yep.
And this is Juicy Magic IPA.
Yep, I've had them.
Juicy Magic. Not to be confused with Juicy Smollett.
Or juicy vagina.
You make that. That's a
Like
problem.
it-
We're
like
not
it's-
friends anymore.
It's, I'm saying it's good, but it's not like a juicy vagina. That's what I'm saying. But and the juicy smoothie,
Well,
who's a liar.
it's
And
7%.
Wow.
It's it's 7%, and
Yeah.
it's really good.
Yeah, I've had that. I like it a lot.
Yeah, I do too. I like it a lot.
I see Cliff went back to the Stone Cold Steve Austin Broken Skull.
You're not gonna find a show where I don't drink that.
Yeah.
You
Hey, you have a staple,
know?
and you stick to it.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is. So, well, NFL draft is coming up soon. Actually,
It is.
Thursday.
Thursday night.
Thursday night. So all the talking heads and everybody, they've been discussing this shit for fucking weeks, and actually none of them know what the fuck is gonna happen.
Not at all.
Like you can speculate this team is gonna take this team. They're talking about this team. It's all smoke and mirrors until you get to it.
Yep.
And actually, you have a team, and you can say, we need this, we want that, and you can get this, and you can get that, but you don't know what the fuck is going to happen until they lace them up and get on the field.
Right.
There's no surefire things in the draft. Your team might need something, but you just don't fucking know until they play. But first pick of the draft is supposed to be
Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor Lawrence, Jacksonville Jaguars, which probably will be.
Yes, it would.
And I've actually, as far as quarterbacks, I've only seen, me personally, when I've been paying attention to the draft, I've only seen two surefire shots that I knew were not going to fail. And that, for me, it was Andrew Luck and Russell Wilson. I just knew those guys weren't going to fail.
Right.
This guy,
I would add Peyton Manning.
I wasn't paying attention to the draft back then. That was what,
98?
98?
99,
Yeah,
something like
Give or
yeah,
take.
wasn't paying attention. But yeah, that would be one too. Trevor Lawrence is about the closest thing to it. I'm not going to say he's not going to fail, but I think he's going to do pretty well just for the fact that he has this guy, Urban Meyer, who's going to draft him. And Urban Meyer, he's so much into football that he made himself sick twice while coaching football. Like, Urban Meyer had to write himself sticky notes to tell himself to eat 3 times a day. It's how much he loves football. And he's actually one of the second best college coach. He might be the first debatable other than Nick Saban.
Right.
Urban Meyer's that dude. And everybody's getting on that this shit where they had their report come out, and everybody was and Trevor Lawrence's dad said, football is not everything to him.
Right.
He's not, and Trevor Lawrence said he's not playing with a chip on his shoulder, and people are losing their minds over that shit. That shit doesn't matter. Everybody doesn't have to play with a chip on their shoulder.
Right.
He's pretty fucking good, and we've got not just 1 year, 2 year, but we've got 3 years of tape on him.
Yeah.
And he's going to just do Urban Meyer, who, I mean, he loves football more than anybody I've fucking ever seen in my life.
Right.
To where he made him sick. So,
I mean, Trevor Lawrence, no, he doesn't have a chip on his shoulder, but he's a competitive dude. He doesn't like to lose.
Why do you have to have a chip on your shoulder? Just because Peyton Manning and not Eli, but Tom Brady and who's the guy?
Everybody's different. You don't have to have it. Everybody's
No.
You just have to have that drive that you don't want to lose, that you're competitive.
And
enough.
sometimes you don't have to. Look at fucking Brent Roethlisberger. He doesn't give a fuck.
But he's still a competitor. He doesn't like to lose.
But you know what I'm saying? He's not that X's and O's.
No.
First one in, first one out. Off season, he cares about football, but he's still a fucking champion.
Yeah.
So until Trevor Lawrence fails, he's the closest thing I've seen in a while to a fucking sure lock.
Yeah.
Who's number 2? Jets? That's the Jets?
The Jets.
Oh, I feel bad for that dude. Was it BYU they're talking about? I feel bad for him.
Or whoever they take.
Or whoever. It could be Justin Fields. They could pick him.
Anybody going to the Jets. I don't give a damn who it is.
Who's the dude from BYU? Zach Wilson, who's got a lot of skill. Short guy, but he still has a lot of skill. Doesn't matter who you go to. I mean, what your size is. If you go to the wrong team, you're gonna fucking suck. I mean, fucking Jared Goff sucked under Jeff Fisher.
Everybody sucks when you go to the Jets.
It matters where you go.
Yeah.
And whether it's Justin Fields or this dude from BYU or my man from Trey Lance from North Dakota. It doesn't matter. If you go to the wrong team, you're gonna fucking suck.
Yeah.
But
before we get too deep into it, rest in peace, Shock G.
Oh shit.
And
Black Rob.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Before we get too deep into it, but yeah.
So it happens in threes.
3 straight weeks, man.
Well, it happens in threes. Shit like that happens in threes. So it should be it for a while, hopefully.
Hopefully.
But they were all in their 50s. Shock G, if you don't know, was the lead guy for Digital Underground, and if it wasn't for him, you wouldn't know who the fuck Tupac is.
The satin on your panties.
Yeah. Shock G / Humpty.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for him, you wouldn't know who the fuck Tupac is.
First one to get busy in a Burger King bathroom.
Yo. And he's one of the. At that time, he might have been one of the first rappers in a movie. It was Nothing But Trouble. Chevy Chase.
Yeah. That's funny.
It's a funny ass movie.
All around the
yeah, Shock G. Shout out to Shock G. He was 50 something. He found I haven't said the cause of death, but he was found in a hotel room in fucking Florida.
Right.
And then Black Rob, who had kidney failure.
Had this bad chick uptown.
Whoa. He had a good first album. He was a decent rapper, but Puff Daddy's a piece of shit sometimes, and he shitted on Black Rob, but Black Rob was decent.
I guess. I mean.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just
at
my
the time.
ignorance. I didn't know anything he did outside of Wolf.
Right.
But
Yeah. Well, you have to go past that and actually listen to the album.
because I was done with Bad Boy at that time.
Bad Boy was fucking shit, but it wasn't Black Rob's fault. He was decent. But yeah, kidney failure and he passed away. So that's DMX, Black Rob, and Shock G all in consecutive weeks. And from 90s hip hop fans, we say rest in peace.
Yep.
And hopefully that's it for a long time.
Yeah. Please be it.
Yeah.
For a while.
Yeah. And I've already lost so I don't want to talk about that. But back to the NFL.
Yeah.
The Jets. I don't care who the fuck goes there. It could
Gonna
be.
be bad.
It's gonna be bad because they have nothing around it.
Because they're the Jets.
Because they're the Jets. So, but there's supposed to be what 5 quarterbacks taken in at least the top 15 picks.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm.
We already know.
They might all go in the top 10.
Well, yeah, we know where Trevor Lawrence is going, and he's gonna be no worse than decent.
Well, he is in Jacksonville, so that may have.
Well, it might have an effect, but also what might help is that's not a big market, so the pressure is not as much.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? As far as like New York or New England or whatever, or LA or shit like that. We got Justin Fields. We got what's his name from BYU?
Zach Wilson.
I can't remember that shit. But they're comparing him to Aaron Rodgers. I don't know why. Maybe he's got the same skill set.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. Who else is there?
Trey Lance.
Trey Lance, who's got 1 year at fucking North Dakota.
But he was nice.
Start. He was nice.
I watched him play against JMU in the championship game, the 1AA championship game. He nice.
Got the skill set.
He nice.
I just, it really, you can have all the skill set you want. It does depend on where you go, because especially for quarterback, they look better in some teams than they would in others.
Right.
But we'll see. Who else is there?
And then there's
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones.
Mac Jones. That's what I want to get to. Goddamn.
He's the hardest one to figure out.
Well, you never want to trust the Alabama quarterback.
That's one.
True.
But I think Tua would have looked better in a different system or a different team than he did in Miami.
Well, that may be true too. I was saying you don't want to trust
Or a big school.
the quarterback from Alabama or Mac Jones because his receivers were so good. I mean,
So wide open.
Was he good or was his receivers that night?
Were they wide open?
I don't know, but that's what I'm saying.
Was it
Was he
Devontae
making,
Smith?
Yeah, Devontae Smith and the other guy. What's the
Jalen Waddle.
Jalen Waddle. Jalen Waddle was. Devontae Smith was that dude. Jalen Waddle was better than him, and he
Right.
was hurt.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Was Mac Jones making them look better, or were they making Mac Jones look better?
He might be, but I also think that if you get the right coach,
Right.
which the 49ers are talking about picking him, and we all seen what
Kyle Shanahan.
Kyle Shanahan, he got Kirk Cousins paid.
Yeah. And he had RG3 looking really good until he hurt his knee.
And as far as we can see, I know I don't understand it, but Jimmy Garoppolo, all he does is win when he's playing.
All I do is win.
Yeah, he's got a little injury problem. Though.
He's got an injury problem, but when he plays, he wins.
Right.
So I don't know if that's him or it's Kyle Shanahan. I don't know.
I always say,
So-
you ain't nice if you ain't on the field.
I'm not going to be one of those people that says Mac Jones is just an Alabama quarterback and you can't trust Alabama quarterbacks. You probably can't, but if you put them in the right situation, they might fucking shine. I don't trust any fucking quarterback until they step on the motherfucking field, especially from big schools. Justin Fields, Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
Until you put these people on the field and you don't know what the fuck they're gonna do, it's all
That's
speculation.
That's true.
I know the Washington football team needs a quarterback.
Yes, we do. We got Ryan Fitzmagic.
Can't count on that.
No.
Well,
Although when they
He's
signed-
going to
when
be
they
really
signed him-
good for like 2 games, but there's also going to be
Well,
2 or 3 games that
it's-
you're going to be like,
when
what
they-
the
when
fuck
they
is he
signed
doing?
him, my whole thing was I would be okay with that move as long as they brought in a young quarterback to groom behind.
well, that's Taylor
Without that,
Heineke.
no.
Heineke?
Well, it's not. You're not Magic if it happens all the time. Magic is like, holy shit.
Yeah.
That's why it's Magic.
hmm
So
The problem is there's a 17-game season.
well, that's another.
How many good games are you going to get out of Fitzmagic, and how many horrible ones are you going
Well,
to
you
get?
Well,
gonna
you only
get
need
one
4,
more.
Greg. You
You're
only
gonna
need
make
4
one more
good
good one or a bad one. I wanted to bring up that 17 game shit because some of the players or some of the people they're talking about injuries and It's a lot more. Listen, one more game, it's not gonna fucking hurt you. You got one more game in the playoffs. Like, what's? I don't understand. Why are you crying?
You get paid for those playoff games. You're not really getting any more money for the 17 games.
Maybe not, but still, that's not their argument though. If that's the argument, I would understand.
Well, I'm agreeing with you to an extent on it doesn't. One more game ain't gonna make a difference on your body, but
And that's my only thing about it.
well, okay, well I agree with you there. My issue is with the actual NFL. You can't say I'm gonna do all I can for player safety,
Well,
but then I'm gonna throw your ass out there for one more game to make extra money.
Well, we've already established they're hypocrites. I mean, they put out a statement on Derek Chauvin being found guilty when Kaepernick tried to tell us that years ago. So,
right.
you know.
yeah, I don't.
And that's my issue with it. That's my only real issue with it is, don't tell me you're doing everything you can for player safety.
Well, they're doing
And
it
then-
within the rules of the game, not the
Right, but
amount of games.
when you say I'm doing everything I can to make the game safer, but we're going to play more games. Well, football is just the nature of the game is never going to be 100% safe. Like you're never going to walk in there and not risk injury.
Mhm.
You get
But-
hurt on the first play.
Right. So, everybody in here done took science and math classes. If you can get hurt on any given play, then the more plays you play, the more chances you can get hurt.
This is true.
So you can't sit there and say with a straight face where player safety is our top goal, but we're going to add another game.
Well, player safety is not their top goal. It's making money.
Yeah, it's making money while saying that
Always.
player safety is their top goal.
Always.
So
But-
that's my only issue with that.
If I was playing, well, it depends on my position though. It also depends on my position that I play.
Yeah,
I wouldn't,
if you're playing quarterback, it doesn't fucking matter.
fucking doesn't matter.
Or kicker.
Yeah, or kicker, it doesn't matter.
I play as many games you want me to play.
Yeah, I play 25 fucking
I-
games. It don't matter.
I'm just slinging around.
But now if you're playing offensive line or defensive line, that's some bullshit.
Or running back.
Yeah.
What's crazy is though is, so we used to look at a 9-17 as like, you know what? They're not great. They're pretty good.
Yeah.
So now you're gonna have a 9-8 team. It's like, and it's just one more game, but it's like, no.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's not.
Yeah.
They're 9-8. What the fuck is that? Like, how fuck is that? You know, it's
Yeah.
I don't know.
And it's gonna be weird to say they're 10-17. Or that's weird.
You lost 7 games.
Yeah.
That's a lot of games to lose. I
Right.
know you won 10, but losing 7 is a lot of games.
I say it'd be easy because you know that's going to be us.
Well,
well, yeah.
So,
We
I
all
mean,
know that that's
you
gonna
know.
I'm not worried.
Yeah. that's gonna be the Washington football
But
team.
it's gonna be interesting to see that shit. Hey, Bob Ross. I don't know.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But they're talking about, 5 quarterbacks going in the top round, which, is what it is. They're not going to be a lot of quarterbacks going next year. So if you need a quarterback,
You might want to try to get one
you
now.
might want to get one now.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
next year is not a good class.
Yeah. Washington's problem is we're never terrible enough to get a quarterback, but we're never good enough to be Super Bowl
You
contenders.
can't be good.
Well-
You can't even be bad good. Like
Yeah.
you,
we were, but we chose to get Chase Young instead of a quarterback.
Well, that's true, but I can't fault you there.
No fault, but still is what it
I
is.
mean, it's Chase Young.
but with that pick, can't you see giving up one guy to move up just a little bit? You can't move up a lot,
Right.
but
You could,
you could afford to give up one guy.
but you got Chase Young.
Not that guy.
Oh.
I didn't say that guy. Oh. But you got some pieces
Yeah, you got some.
that you can maneuver around because, I mean, in all actuality, next year or year after, you cannot pay them all.
No, that's why
So-
I said you can move Jonathan Allen. Go ahead, get him.
Yeah.
Go ahead, take him up out of there.
That's not the one you want to do, though.
That's the one I want to do, but that's a whole other issue.
You want to keep him in pain.
Well, you want
I think you can get one. I think you can get rid of one because
you want to keep sweating young.
the template, as we've seen for good teams, is all you need is one good defensive tackle.
You need the 2 edge rushers. You need
edge
Sweat
rushers.
and Young.
You just can get by with one defensive tackle.
So to me, you can get rid of Jonathan Allen and keep Deron Payne and call it a day. You can play Tim Settle there or Matt Ioannidis.
What pick do they have?
19.
God, see, they can't even suck good.
What happens when you win your division?
And shout out to I want to give a shout out to Alex Smith, who's retiring.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a trooper for coming back. And actually,
Because I wouldn't.
you know how I think the comeback player of the year should be named after Alex Smith from now
Should
on.
be. Should be.
And that just shows you how, I don't know, that was special for him to come back. And fucking Rivera didn't even want to put him in. That's how bad Haskins sucked.
Would you want to put Alex Smith in the coach?
I couldn't have did it.
Yeah.
No matter how bad, because I know Rivera was he's trying to keep a job and all that
Right.
bullshit. And Haskins sucked. I think I would have.
one leg with some pins.
Me personally, I'd have said, Haskins, you stay out there and you suck. Because I could not, in good conscience, put that dude back in the
Because
game.
if Alex Smith had got hurt and I put him in the game, that shit
He
would
still
eat
got
me.
hurt.
Yeah, but that shit would eat me alive.
There's no way. That's how bad Haskins was.
Or that's how bad Alex Smith's leg really was.
I think it's
a little
both.
Right. Both of them because, Haskins sucked. But,
Because
I mean, I would not.
there's no way I would have did it.
And even when he played, you seen that big-ass brace he played with on his leg?
But in fairness, the first game he played, he had Aaron Donald on his back, and it's like, well, if it held up under that, hey,
True.
You could play.
That's true.
He's an eight man. He's the ultimate.
But that would have scared the shit out of me.
Oh, clearly.
When Aaron Donald jumped on his back, I'd be like,
Absolutely.
oh, shit!
Absolutely. But if you can hold up under that, then no, you can play.
Pretty much.
He's another one that shows you that it depends on where you go. Because he went to San Francisco when he got drafted, and he wasn't shit at first. But then Harbaugh came in there.
Yeah.
It's all about the coaching. If you got the right coach, you can do some shit.
Harbaugh, he's an ass, but he can go.
And you can talk
turned it around, and he went and played with Andy Reid and kept it going. Yeah.
You could talk about everybody who needs to go where, who's the best player, and all that bullshit. But if you ain't got the right coaching, it does not fucking matter.
Not at all.
Unless you're Lawrence Taylor.
And that's why we feel sorry for who gets drafted number 2 to the Jets.
Yeah.
Or if you're Peyton Manning.
Yeah, big man.
Adam Gase done got 2 jobs off of being Peyton Manning's offensive coordinator. Now, how hard is it to be Peyton Manning's offensive coordinator?
But Adam Gase is
That's why he got fired.
Adam
for
Gase
2
is
jobs.
terrible.
Exactly.
Because Peyton, but to Peyton's credit,
Peyton called shit on the field.
he did, and he didn't stop throwing a lot of interceptions until
Till his arm fucking died.
No. Who won the Super Bowl? The coach.
Oh, done.
Dungy.
Dungy.
Dungy came in there and he said, "Look, we need to change some shit."
Yeah.
And that's when he stopped throwing a lot of. I mean, he still threw interceptions because he likes to.
Well, that's because Dungy
He tests the water.
Dungy built a defense. That's what it
But
was.
he also told Peyton that we can't have all these interceptions either.
Yeah. And Peyton, like I said, how does Adam Gase parlay that into 2 head coaching jobs? You were basically sitting there while Peyton Manning called plays.
Because he got the complexion for the protection.
That's true. That's true. That is a point.
Yeah. Well, it depends on what franchise you're into.
Well, that's a valid point because I can't think of his name that slips me right now. He used to be the head coach of Detroit.
Gamble.
He was there before Patricia.
Caldwell.
Yeah.
Now he was Peyton Manning's quarterback coach and was an offensive coordinator for 1 year, but he can't get another job yet. Motherfuckers keep hiring Adam Gase.
Well,
I mean, you can't coach a team to 0-16 and think you know.
but
get
also,
another
how
job like
much
that.
of he might have been his quarterback coach and offensive coordinator, but what was he really doing?
What was Adam Gase doing? That's
Well,
my
that's what I'm
point.
Well, a lot of these hiring processes, and I'm not gonna put it all on race,
Right.
but a lot of these hiring processes, they like to see what your plan is for the future. Because I know there was a couple coaches that we saw coming up this past year who didn't get a job because they didn't like their plan going forward. And that's what the report was.
Yeah, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna put it all on race.
I ain't gonna say it's race, whatever. I just want to know how the fuck Adam Gase keeps getting jobs.
You won't get another one.
He's fucking horrible. I mean, if he gets another job, somebody needs to investigate the NFL.
Was it last with the Jets?
Yeah, he was with the Jets last.
Fucking up Sam Darnold,
Yeah.
who I think he had the most skill. Even though Josh Allen has risen to the top of that
Right.
class, I still think Sam Darnold had the most skill out of that class. But he's on a shitty ass team, and you will never fucking know.
Crazy.
I mean, I'd like one of those quarterbacks, but
We're watching. We always gonna have quarterback questions. I'm kind of used to it by now.
Ryan Fitzmagic, I can't wait.
We could bring in Tom Brady and fuck up.
He knows what's good for his career. He would never come there.
Speaking of which, did you see that Belichick was actually talking to Washington when they traded Garoppolo?
Wow.
So he was talking to Miami, Washington, and New York Giants about coaching those teams.
Oh, last year?
No, whenever it was that they traded Garoppolo. That was a few years ago.
Year before last.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I'll take Jimmy G. It couldn't have been no worse than what the fuck we was playing with.
No, not Jimmy G. Belichick.
Oh, I damn sure would take Belichick.
Yeah, this is Belichick.
I'd give him a kidney right now. Like, I'll take a knife and I'll cut it out myself. I don't even know what side the bitch is on. I'll cut it out right now for Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
And people, listen, people stop with it's Brady, not Belichick. Stop it with that bullshit.
It was both of them.
It was fucking both of them.
Yeah.
You see that squad Brady with?
And the only reason Belichick was down this year is because Cam Newton had a broke-ass motherfucking arm and COVID and nobody to throw it to or nobody to hand it to.
Yeah,
and they still...
And with none of the defensive players.
Half the defense opted out.
And they still was 7-9?
Yeah.
7-9!
Yep.
With nobody and a broke-ass quarterback with COVID.
Yeah, with Cam Newton with COVID and no defense and no receivers.
That's how good Belichick. That's how good Belichick is.
And they were still alive for the playoffs until the last week.
Stop it with the Belichick Brady shit. It's retarded. It's both of them.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yep.
So
yeah, but Belichick, I say it like this: if New England doesn't want him, there's 31 other teams that'll take him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
it's not even like, how is it a question? Why is anybody having an argument?
Because people like to argue.
They like to talk.
Yeah.
Because they finally got split apart, and one of them won, the other one didn't.
And Brady,
and they need something to talk about.
Listen,
listen,
Brady's still
good.
He's fucking good.
But their defense was off the chain. The Bucks' defense was ridiculous.
And
Brady's good.
I was about to say the offense too.
Yeah.
Had the defense not been that good, it'd have been a closer game, and you never know who would win.
Right.
And it wouldn't take away from Brady if the Chiefs had won the game.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Nope.
But some people are trying to shit on Bill Belichick that he's nothing. He's the ultimate game manager. I mean, I don't know, man.
People crazy.
They are insane.
If anybody else was coaching New England last year, they probably had a first pick in the draft.
They beat.
Yeah.
They done won no games.
Yeah.
They
He had them in playoff contention until the last week.
with nobody
Yeah.
and a broke ass COVID quarterback.
Yeah. And I'm not saying Cam is the greatest quarterback,
No.
but Cam this year will be better than he was last year. He just
Well, if he
if
gets his arm right, because it's
well
still
he had a shoulder that
it's-
was messed up,
I hope it's right.
and
'cause
he
it's still
had
not showing.
COVID.
Yeah, he had COVID,
And no training camp.
And no training camp. Yeah.
but he needs to get his shoulder right.
Yeah. Once
For
he,
sure.
I mean, if his shoulder's right, you know, he good.
And one receiver to throw it to,
Somebody.
other than Wes Welker.
Shit, they
who's
good
not
now.
there anymore.
They spent some money in free agency.
Somebody.
Yeah, he
All right.
got picks.
Suit up. Go play slot.
You know,
He's not white.
if no, it wouldn't take. If you said it 5 years ago, I'd have played it. But now I'm a little old, and I'm not going across the middle for nobody. One thing, Wes Welker. First, let's put this out there. He's not a Hall of Famer,
No.
No,
But-
he's not.
he is a game. I mean, like he's second.
He's a gamer.
He's a gamer.
He's second to
Yeah.
Jerry Rice in all playoff stats, but that's because he's in the playoffs every year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause he played for Baker.
But he also goes across the middle and he takes some shots, which our dog is not going to do. I'm not going to do it. Actually, I'm
you would have
gonna,
had the fake slip on purpose.
I'm not even going to fake it.
Now you heard Belichick. Do your job.
Dude, I'm not doing it. If I have to do this, just this, not dive, but just put my arm out for it, I'm not catching the ball. I need the ball right here every time, like very quickly, so I can turn my head and see who's about to hit me. But
And
Wes
then-
Welker,
And then if you're about to get hit, he's gonna do the Santana
Yeah,
Moss dive down.
so look, I will give Wes Welker, that motherfucker would go across the middle.
Yeah.
And he would catch that bitch. He would get fucked up. That's probably why he's not playing anymore after this year, because he got hit a lot.
Yeah.
But he's second to Jerry Rice in all playoff statistics, and you cannot take that away from him.
You
He's
keep
not
saying,
gonna.
you keep saying Wes Welker. I think you mean Julian Edelman.
Is it?
Because Welker been gone for a minute.
Oh,
Well,
so
Walker's
Julian.
been gone. It's
Oh,
Julian
Julian
Edelman.
Edelman. My
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah, Cliff is right.
Thanks for coming. I'm drunk.
Yeah.
It's all good.
So Julian Edelman,
Yeah.
who's not a Hall of Famer, but he still should be remembered as we go on.
Yes.
So
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Because he was the best receiver. Although that's like saying being the tallest midget, he was the best receiver on the Patriots.
you can't say midget.
Little person.
Jesus.
Gosh.
Well, he was the tallest person under 3'5". How about that?
Here at Brews Reviews, we're not here for your feelings.
But yes, but I need a poll question. We can put poll questions on YouTube. I want to know, is midget worse than faggot?
That's gonna get us banned from YouTube, boy.
That's all right. We still got other platforms.
Yeah.
But I need to know that
What's
question.
worse? Midget, faggot, nigga, redskin. Like what's worse?
Or
Well,
or bitch.
oh no, I love bitch.
Well, that's in the dictionary.
Bitch is
that's not so bad.
and that's actually one of the, well, it might be faggot too, where you can actually act like one.
What was that?
Can't say it. Can't say it. Y'all stupid.
I love y'all.
Y'all stupid.
But yeah. So NFL draft's coming up on Thursday. Watch if you don't. I'm gonna tune in for a little bit, but I'll probably be watching. I don't know when we watching on Thursdays nights.
I know what I'll be watching.
I watch. I watch to see
What?
Washington's pick,
Impact Wrestling.
and then
on Thursday.
Yeah, Impact
I
Wrestling.
watch Washington's pick, and then I turn, then I
Oh, Thursday.
see if they got it, see what else happened.
No, Impact Tuesday.
Then I watch
No,
Sports
Impact
Center to
moves
catch all the
Thursdays, 'cause
updates.
NXT's on Tuesdays.
Thursday nights.
Mm.
Ooh, Stabler's back on
Oh yeah, I love that.
Oh, on Law and Order.
Organized crime.
Organized crime. Just want to let y'all know, if is one of the greatest characters on all of television.
Thank you, all right.
Stabler,
Thank you, Jay. Thank you, all right.
Stabler's back.
Thank you.
I don't know if y'all knew that.
Nah, I didn't. And
Oh,
I don't.
oh, it's fucking awesome. Sorry.
I don't care.
All right.
And if you haven't watched the
Dum,
series
dum.
and you're interested in those types of things, watch it. It's really good.
Listen, I love it. Stabler's back. If you didn't know, I just want to throw that out there.
First 30 seconds of Law and Order will hook you.
Oh,
They will hook you, man.
you don't even have to watch every episode, but you could just, when it comes on,
Yeah, the
you
first
have to
30
see
seconds.
what the crime is,
That's it.
and it'll make you watch the rest of the show.
Every time.
But Stabler being back with his own show, I think it's a must-watch every episode. I'm all caught up. I love it.
Me too.
He's hardcore.
All caught up.
Yeah.
I like Stabler more so because his character kind of resonates with everybody because it's like you see a child or somebody being.
He doesn't channel his emotions. He lets them fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a legit good guy.
He's a legit good guy who fucks up bad guys in an interrogation room.
Even to the point where it's kind of getting illegal, but.
Oh, it's definitely illegal.
Yeah.
If
We're okay with that.
if Stabler did what, if this was real life, oh shit,
He would be in.
we would have some problems with it.
Yeah.
Yep.
He'd be arrested.
Yeah, we'd be arrested, and Black Lives Matter would be all over it.
Stupid.
Matter of fact, he punched the dude in the face and still got to interrogate him the next day.
This is.
You should have passed that anti-Asian hate crime.
Oh.
You can't hate on Asian
Can't hate on,
Americans.
yeah.
Well,
Cut the shit. You can't hate on Asian Americans.
you shouldn't hate on anybody.
No. But it's fucked up that you gotta pass a law to say don't hate on Asian Americans.
I don't think it's that prevalent. I think
Where's
it's
the
just
law that says
happening.
don't hate on black Americans?
Well, you need one of those too. But
I think it's something that you're just doing just to throw
how
out
about,
there.
yeah, but still, stop hate. You don't hate on anybody.
Well, here's the thing.
If you're an asshole, I don't like assholes, but assholes can come in any color. They're not exclusively to black people or white people or Asian people, or they can come in any color.
Listen,
You should Cowboy fans.
No argument here on that.
Where's the line though? Well, why?
well, until everybody loves their neighbor or their enemy, these bullshit laws are gonna keep popping up because there should not be a specific law for hate crimes. The crime is a crime. It doesn't matter why the fuck you did it, in my opinion.
True.
I don't care. I don't care why you did it. You kill somebody, you kill somebody. You beat somebody up, you beat somebody up. It doesn't matter why you did it.
Right.
So let's cut all that bullshit out.
That works.
You know. But oh well. I'm getting drunk.
How
I'm
about we
fucked
just
up.
hug each other and love each other for who we are? Rather
Well,
than what
that's
we
what we
do?
should do, but you know.
Yeah.
This is not utopia.
This is not utopia. It's never gonna happen. All you can know is how to deal with the bullshit that happens.
Exactly.
That's all you can do. So deal with it with love and understanding, and listen. Be quick to listen.
Right.
Slow to speak is
And slow to anger.
and slow to anger is the message of that. So we will see you back in a couple. Was it? We'll be back in
Couple of weeks.
Couple of weeks in May. We'll be back in May. Sometime.
Birthday coming up.
We'll do that on our next one. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.